Coming up next on TV5 News Live, Governor Ridge is working on voting for Pennsylvania.
Also, Ariel Sharon is Israel's new prime minister. We'll show you how his first day went. Shots were fired at the White House today. Stay tuned for all the details.
And of course, Joyce Strain will be here.
All up next on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
I'll take Simmons.
Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavenger.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated, people I know. So let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune in to Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
TV5 News Live. Good evening. It's Wednesday, February 7th, 2001. I'm Carrie LaPoop.
And I'm Kelly Esno. Welcome to TV5 News Live. Here's a look at some stories we're bringing you in the next half hour.
Shots were fired at the White House this afternoon. We'll tell you how the first family is doing and give you information on the gunman.
Governor Ridge is working on voting reform, and Israel has elected a new prime minister. See how the people are reacting.
And as always, we'll have the weather with Joyce Strain. Earlier today, a gunman tried to jump the White House fence. TV5's Mark Despotakis is in the newsroom with all the details. Mark?
That's right. It actually happened a little before noon today, Carrie. Officials are saying that a man did indeed try to jump the fence at the White House, and he said something about killing himself. Now, he's in custody at the George Washington University Hospital this evening. Here's a look at the day's events. After 11:30 a.m., Secret Service agents responded to the sound of gunshots near the southwest gate of the White House. Officers spotted a 47-year-old man waving a handgun and surrounded him.
They probably talked to him for, I would say, a good 10, 15 minutes, and all I could make out was, you know, drop the gun, it doesn't have to be this way.
They heard shots fired and proceeded to surround a subject who was wielding a weapon, a gun. A 10-minute standoff ensued, following which time the Secret Service fired a shot into the suspect's leg.
The suspect, Robert Pickett, was taken to George Washington University Hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg.
He's been shot in the leg, doing damage to the right knee joint.
Moments after the incident, Secret Service agents surrounded the White House and closed off several streets. Officials confirmed the president was in the White House, but was never in any danger. And that's right, the president was never in danger. Actually, Dick Cheney was working in his White House West Wing office, and Secret Service officials say he was never in any danger either. As we said, the man is being treated at George Washington University Hospital. He will be undergoing a psychiatric evaluation. Live in the newsroom, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you.
Thanks, Mark. Now moving on to our top story. Governor Tom Ridge is working out any problems Pennsylvania has with its voting system. Governor Ridge and the voting task force are putting together a plan to make a more unified voting system. Ridge hopes to establish uniform guidelines and ballots. He is also working to make sure all voting machines are accessible to everyone.
Oil City police officer still has his job after being charged with driving under the influence. Chad Bean of Oil City was arrested after his truck hit another car from behind. At the time of the accident, Bean's blood alcohol level was higher than the 0.1% set by state law. At this time, Bean is still performing his normal duties as an active patrol officer for Oil City.
State Senator Mary Jo White was rumored to be testifying before Congress about former President Clinton's controversial pardon of Mark Rich. TV5 News spoke with Senator White's office today and confirmed that Senator White will not be testifying, but another Mary Jo White is testifying. Mary Jo White is the name of an attorney for the District Attorney's Office in New York State, and she will be testifying before Congress.
Clarion County's unemployment rate is climbing. The latest news release shows an increase from November's 4.9% unemployment to December's high of 5.4% unemployed. The Department of Labor and Industry says the increase can be attributed to the university and the drop in student employment.
Clarion University is sponsoring a new literary magazine. The journal wishes to show cultural life here in Clarion. Tobacco will be a collection of poetry, fiction, and nonfiction prose and art. All submissions can be sent to Philip Terman, 210 E. Davis Hall, Clarion University, 16214.
Stay with us, there is much more to come. Former State Senator Majority Leader Joseph Leeper was sentenced today. Plus, contract talks start in Harrisburg today. See who's negotiating.
And as always, we will look at your TV weather forecast. Stay tuned with us.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant, 226-8400.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Standing out from the crowd is easy when you stop in at Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all with many different styles. With our newly expanded shoe and accessory department, you're surely to find that special touch to enhance that new outfit. And if you have a fashion question, our experts are here to help. That's Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall, just off Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the back seat. Have that condition never be out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Wow! Look at here. To stay alive even when I drive.
From Clarion's very own, Terry LePew, Kelly Esno, Monica Williams, Jared Heater. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live.
Welcome back to TV5 News at 8. Contract talks started for coaches and for the state system of higher education. The union took their voice to Harrisburg today to push the talks along. Union negotiator Matt Haney is disappointed at talks so far and hopes that today's talks are successful.
Former State Senate Majority Leader Joseph Leeper was sentenced today. Leeper was sentenced to 6 months in prison. He pleaded guilty to attempting to obstruct the administration of tax laws by trying to hide the work he did for a tax collection agency. House Democrat Michael McGeegan is pushing for more money for college sprinkler systems. McGeegan feels that Governor Ridge is not giving enough money for all schools to get equal treatment. He feels that the bigger schools will use most of the money, not leaving enough for smaller schools to have equal sprinkler systems put into their dorms. This recent push for dormitory sprinklers comes after several deadly dormitory fires.
Erie's coroner office is investigating the death of 15-year-old Kyle Spalding. Spalding of Bethel Christian High School collapsed on the court after his junior varsity basketball game. There are no leads to what have caused Spalding's death. Prosecutors are pushing for $12 million in fines for a Pittsburgh steelmaker. The steelmaker is being charged with violating environmental laws. The case has gone to a federal court, and a judge will make his ruling later this week.
Erie prosecutors plan to drop the child pornography charge against Roman Catholic priest Reverend Robert Francis Bauer. The charges are being dropped because police wrongly copied evidence from the priest's computer. Reverend Bauer has been the pastor of St. Anthony of Padua's Church in Erie.
Up next, the space shuttle Atlantis has just taken off. We'll have the details next. But first, here's a look at tonight's lottery numbers.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
The Space Shuttle Atlantis has taken off for the International Space Station. The shuttle left at sunset this evening. The mission is to deliver and attach a $1.4 billion scientific laboratory called Destiny. Forecasters say the weather was about perfect for the liftoff. The shuttle should hook up with the space station on Friday. It'll be the second shuttle visit in 3 months to the space station, where a NASA astronaut and 2 Russian cosmonauts have been living since late October. Doctors in Canada are trying to determine if North America has its first ever case of the deadly Ebola virus. Health officials are awaiting test results from an African woman hospitalized in Ontario with symptoms of the disease. The woman flew from the Democratic Republic of Congo to Toronto on Saturday. She became ill after her arrival.
In Israel, Prime Minister-elect Ariel Sharon has his work cut out for him. Fresh off of Tuesday's landslide victory over Ehud Barak, Sharon must build a coalition to govern. He has until the end of March or face the prospect of new elections. Barak's Labour Party is showing little interest, which means Sharon may have to rely instead on a coalition of smaller, desperate parties.
Ariel Sharon soundly defeated Ehud Barak in Tuesday's race for prime minister, and President Bush is vowing to play the hand that's been dealt, now that a new leader has been elected in Israel. Bush says the United States will continue to reach out to the Mideast to promote an environment of stability and to give the Sharon government a chance to do what it has promised, which is to try to form a unified government and to promote peace in the region.
President Bush is trying to counter criticism that his $1.6 trillion tax cut plan is a windfall for the healthy. The president is hosting a 21 so-called tax family who he met while on the campaign trail. He says these families illustrate how tax breaks should be beneficial. And now, Joy Strain joins us with the weather.
Well, Joy, can we look for some warmer temperatures coming up this week, or is the cold going to be sticking around for a little bit longer?
No, we are going to be enjoying some warmer temperatures, but along with that, we are going to be getting some rain showers. I'll have more with that with our precipitation later on. And currently, outside, it is 30 degrees. The wind chill is at 17. We're getting winds from the northwest at 9 miles per hour. The humidity is 57%. Sunrise was this morning at 7:20 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:50 p.m. And the high for today was 36 and the low was 25. Taking a look at our satellite weather map from our TV5 Weather Center, you can see that there is a cloudy coverage over here above the Great Lakes. That's what's going to be moving into our area later on in the week, and with it will bring some cloudy weather, warmer weather, cloudy weather, and some showers. You can see just a little bit of cloud coverage over our area, but that's what gave us mostly sunny skies today. Taking a look at the fronts, you can see that there are a low and a high front. Right over here, right over the Rocky Mountain region, they are experiencing some major snow showers through that region currently. And you can see the high pressure over here in our region, and that will also be pushing into our area, bringing us some high temperatures later in the week. And here's that system of snow I was talking about over the Rocky Mountain region. And over here in the Midwest, they are experiencing some lightning and thunderstorms currently. But over here in our eastern region, it has been clear all day long. And taking a look for the highs for today, you can see that our area, this blue over here in our area, that's right along the 30 and 40 degree temperatures. So that's why we're having seasonably warm weather right now. And taking a look at our 5-day forecast for Wednesday, it's going to be mostly sunny, a high of 36, a low of 25. For Thursday, it's going to be mostly cloudy, a high of 45, a low of 25. On Friday, rain showers expected, a high of 54 and a low of 39. On Saturday, partly cloudy skies, once again, a high of 36, a low of 28. And looking ahead to Sunday, partly cloudy skies, once again, a high of 36 and a low of 23. So you can go ahead and get the shorts out for Friday. And although I wish I could bring some sun along with those warm temperatures, it's just not going to happen this week.
Well, thanks, Joy. Now for a look at tonight's financial news, here's Sean Calebs from the New York Stock Exchange.
Today from the New York Stock Exchange, pressure in the technology sector dragging the markets down today, but a late afternoon surge pulling the markets off their intraday highs. Let's take a look on the big board. The Dow down 10.7, level 10,946, 1,100,000,000 shares changing hands. The NASDAQ was down more than 56 points at 2607, due in large part to disappointing earnings information from Cisco that came out yesterday after the closing bell. Not only did it miss its estimate, but also warned that future revenues could also be affected, warning analysts that they should be more conservative in their revenue estimates for the day. Cisco was down 4 11/16 to a new 52-week low of about $31 a share. Other networking stocks also hammered. Juniper Networks down 7 13/16 to $94.03. JDS Uniphase off 3 11/16 to 48 3/16. Also disappointing earning news from Daimler Chrysler, reporting that its profits are down 49% this year. That due in large part to the scheduled layoff of some 26,000 employees and the shutdown of 6 factories in the United States. Now, Daimler Chrysler will not release all its financial information until the end of February, but clearly Chrysler, the number 3 automaker in the U.S., weighing heavily on that company. Its stock was up 16 cents on the day at $48.39 a share. And Stamps.com, an internet postage stamp service, is going to axe about 150 jobs in its most recent effort to promote profitability. The cuts will take place throughout the company. For the day, the stock was up fractionally. It's at $3.50 a share. Its 52-week high was almost $40 a share. That's the very latest in the markets. I'm Sean Calebs. Now back to you.
Thanks, Sean. And sports follow stock reports.
Open the mouth through the beak.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say,
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to a child in your community. Call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Helps stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we can do a lot.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
Simmons.
Yeah. Jimmy Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Welcome back to TV5 Live, and now with a look of our sports for tonight, here's Jara Heater.
Thanks, Carrie. Clarion's wrestling team finished fourth at the 58th PSAC Wrestling Championships, which ended Saturday, January 28th. Here's Matt Ness with the details.
The 50th annual PSAC Wrestling Championships were recently held at Clarion's Waller West Tipton Gymnasium. In the 133-pound weight class, Clarion's Rad Martinez faced heavily favored Lock Haven's Scott Barrett. Barrett took command early in the match with a takedown for 2 points. Martinez fought back, however, with an escape to narrow the lead. The top seed was too much for Martinez as Barrett controlled the match and won 10-3. Here you see Bob Topper preparing himself mentally for his upcoming championship match in the 184-pound weight class with Bloomberg's Chris Smith. Topper entered as the first seed in this weight class, but Smith scored first on an escape to take a 1-0 lead and surprisingly took it into the third period. But as the third period progressed, it appeared Topper was wearing Smith down. Topper then took advantage of a Smith error and scored 2 points on the reversal. With the match still undecided, Topper did his best to hold off Smith and took the 3-2 victory. The heavyweight match tonight featured the first and second seeds in Clarion's John Tester and Attleboro's Josh Pierce. Typical of the first period in the heavyweight match, both wrestlers stayed on their feet. Testa scored first, though, on a single-leg takedown, giving him a 2-0 lead. As the home crowd cheered Testa on, Pierce answered right back on an escape. But Testa held his own in the final period as Coach Ken Nellis presented Testa with his second PSAC title. Other notable Clarion finishers were Edgar, Sura, Mitchell, and Mauser. For TV5 Sports, this is Matt Ness.
Thanks, Matt. Last weekend, the Clarion and Shippensburg basketball teams faced off with the women's hoopsters looking for a bright spot in their season. The men's team was looking to cut into Shippensburg's PSAC Western Division lead. Once again, here's Matt Ness for the details.
The Clarion and Shippensburg basketball programs clashed in a battle last weekend at Water West Tiffin Gymnasium here in Clarion. In the women's matchup, the Lady Red Raiders jumped out to an early 6-0 lead on way to a 33-22 lead with 6:53 left in the first. However, Clarion wouldn't give in as Courtney Willman put up 2 hard-earned points to cut into the Red Raider lead. Clarion continued to battle, but to no avail. Shippensburg inside game led by Krista Klein's 25 points and perimeter shooting were too much for the Lady Golden Eagles. Shippensburg took the W, 88-60. In the men's game, Clarion came in with hopes of ending Shippensburg's 6-game winning streak. Alan Stevens paced the Golden Eagles with an early 8 points to help Clarion jump out to an early 17-5 lead. Shippensburg battled back to keep the game close going into the second half. However, Clarion regained an 8-point lead as Steve Serwatka put the exclamation point on the fast break. Clarion took the game 89-81 and moved closer to the division lead. Matt Ness, TV5 Sports.
Last Monday, the men's and women's basketball team traveled to California University. For the ladies, it was a nail-biter, but in the end, the Lady Eagles lost by 1 with a score of 68-67. The men's basketball team won with a score of 91-80. With their win, the men are tied for the lead of PSAC Western Division. Tonight, both teams play Edinboro. With your TV5 Sports, I'm Jerry Heater. Now back over to Carrie and Kelly.
Christina Sullivan joins us now with this week's edition of Entertainment Beat.
Hello, welcome to Entertainment Beat. Soap opera actress Kelly Ripa was named on Monday to join Regis Philbin as a permanent co-host on the daytime talk show Live with Regis. Ripa replaces Kathy Lee Gifford, who left the show last summer. She will officially join the show on Monday, February 12th, when it will be renamed Live with Regis and Kelly. A world-famous pop star pleads no contest to marijuana charges. Whitney Houston has a misdemeanor charge from an arrest made last January at the Kona International Airport. A security guard confiscated Houston's handbag, which allegedly contained half an ounce of marijuana. Charges were dismissed when Houston pleads no contest and paid a $4,000 fine. Get ready, girls. Tom Cruise is single. Yes, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, Hollywood's best-known star couple, decided to end their 10-year marriage. The couple claimed their marriage was a mission impossible. A statement issued by their publicist said, citing the difficulties inherent in divergent careers which constantly keep them apart, they think it seems best. The statement added that the couple retained their highest respect for each other, both personally and professionally. That's all the gossip from Hollywood. For Entertainment Beat, I'm Christina Sullivan from TV5 News. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tune in next Tuesday with Susan Honorad and Amanda Miller for TV5 News Live. Have a good evening.
Copyright 2001, Clarion University Broadcasting.
Humane Society. Additionally, a new computer system has been installed to increase the efficiency